Da, 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 da.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to BODS Mayhem, our live podcast. Very first live podcast in a long, long, long time for me doing online radio. But I want to thank everybody who's out there listening and to everyone who's out there that's going to come back and watch the replay and all that good stuff. So, with me right now is Mr. Waylon Whitson of the Technicolor Nightmare, and he's also my pretty much social media guy every now and
Yeah, I've
again
been a
for
little
BODS Mayhem Hour.
AWOL lately, but I'm coming back around.
Hey, it happens, brother. It happens.
Sometimes you gotta take a
Uh,
little break.
you do, you do. So I'm trying to get this to where everybody who's out there can, you know, send some chats into us and all that good stuff. So I'm just trying to figure this out. Um,
Social comments, it says. So this thing
yeah,
will take comments from Facebook.
yeah, it should, it should,
Huh.
um, and that's what I'm working on right now.
I'm
257.
gonna also pull up, see if I can pull up the live feed on Facebook.
Yeah,
That
that's
way I can
fine.
see comments.
Yeah, that's totally fine. You know what?
Oh, it's lagging on my screen. Like it's not like messing up, but just like it's behind, so it's weird to look down and
Oh
see
yeah, it will
what I
be.
did just a second ago.
So we've got a lot of stuff that we're going to be covering and talking about. So just bear with us, folks, because like I said, this is the first time me actually going live on Restream, which I gotta say thanks to Restream because I actually really dig this. Uh, so yeah, so well let's dive into this here just a little bit further. Let me see.
We have one
Yeah,
person here
mine
with
says
us right now.
two now.
Uh-oh,
Two, two,
we're
two.
famous.
No, we're not famous. You might be famous, but I'm not famous.
No, no, no,
So
no.
anyway,
Have you
man, how's
seen
it
the
going?
memes about the niche internet micro celebrity? Have you seen those memes?
No.
That's what we are. We're niche internet micro celebrities, John. We gotta embrace it. No, I'm good. How are you, brother?
Good, actually. I'm glad to get this going again. And stupid Facebook screw crook.
You're looking handsome. I see you shaved.
Yeah, yeah, I did a thing. I got my hair did.
I see that. The beard is
So
not for
yeah,
you. You don't think you're not a beard man?
I mean, yeah, but after a while,
Good.
it's just you know, it's like no, I can't take this no
All right, I'm
more.
gonna quit talking now. You do your thing. I'll shut up.
No, you're fine. You keep talking. I'm going to. Well, pause that. I'm going to expand this. What? No, there, shut up on the there. There we go. So that way I can keep up with everybody's chats over here. So I have to figure this out, man, on my restream chat thing. So anyway, we'll figure it out. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope you guys are coming in here and checking this out for the first time. As Waylon says, I've got to put the brand with the name. So what you see is what you get, and I so little Waylon knows how I am with this stuff, but hey, what I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Um, what's going on with you guys? I mean, you guys been kind of having a lot of shows here lately the past 2 months. You guys been killing it.
Yeah, man. I mean, by most band metrics, probably not a lot of shows, but a lot of shows for us. We've been working hard. Um, I'm exhausted. I'm still catching up on sleep because when you have a full time day job and then doing parenting things and then also traveling off 3, 4, 5 hours away for these shows, it can be tiring. But we still here. We still doing it. We're all right. How are you?
So I'm actually groovy, really groovy. So folks,
Your feed has
I'm gonna get the
no
cover up here for the Technicolor Nightmare. And again, thanks to everybody who's out there watching. You'll hear me say that periodically because I do appreciate it. Trust me, I really do. Um, there's the Technicolor Nightmare. That's their new debut album. That's for Josh Crumb, and I don't have to say debut. I say debut album. Are you working on anything new? Are you guys possibly? How long are you gonna let
John,
this sit out there?
give me just a second, brother. I'm getting a lot of lag. I might be overloading my weak internets
Your
here. Well,
your
let's see if
system.
that doesn't. How
Hot
about
mic.
now?
Hot mic. Hot mic.
Hot mic.
I don't know, man. Mine's probably
Okay, I think
lagging
I'm
like
good
crazy.
now. I think I was just asking. I was asking too much of my internet to try to watch the live stream and be on it at the same time.
Jeremy Justice,
So,
what's up, sir? I don't
got
know
old
why
Jeremy in
his
here.
yeah, I don't know why his chat did not come up in here. I don't know. I want to figure this out, man, because this reach just says social comments display here. Click on the showcase on reach on the stream. Well, yeah, but I mean, I want them to come in here to where I can see them. Oh my goodness.
Hey, this is a learning experience, John. Let's not get stressed out. We're gonna have fun.
That
We're
is
gonna learn
right,
how to
sir.
do this.
That is right. That is right. So I'm gonna be watching all this stuff. Joseph Spradlin, how you doing, sir? Jeremy Justice, how you doing? Thanks for checking it out. So anyway, back to you,
Got old
Mister.
Jobin in here.
Yeah, yeah. That's show on my side here.
Well,
On my
hot
side.
diggity.
Hot damn.
Hot
How
damn,
you
boy, that's Joe.
got? So you're talking about
Hey,
you
John,
guys
do you
were
know Joe's the drummer in our band?
yeah.
Say,
Joe's drummer and Technicolor Nightmare.
say, do you know that?
Yeah. Say. I think that's my favorite thing that you've ever done on TikTok stuff, man. Say, you know what old Billy did down there down by the grocery store that day? Say, you know what he did?
You know him boy down there, don't you? Say, you know what? Brother, I can't see
uh,
your face on account of my own album cover, and I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I thought I removed it.
I mean, it's a cool looking album cover, but I want to talk to old John boy.
Yeah, it's gone now.
There he is. Where'd it go?
Mm-hmm. But I don't know where it went. It got out in the internet world. It's gone out there in the webs. Into the interwebs. So you guys are you said you guys are taking a break right now? Just to catch up with everything?
Uh, well, yeah, well, we're taking a short, very, very short break.
Like a
We
week
are
off?
not even a whole week. We're not going to rehearse this Sunday, but then we're going to get back to it middle of next week. So,
Mini
and
vacation.
I'm sure you want to know what's on the agenda for next, what's coming up now, right?
Sure.
And I know you don't like it when I keep secrets from you, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you. And
You do. You
whoever's
keep
who,
a lot of secrets from me.
I try to keep a lot of secrets from everybody, bro. I like to make it a surprise. Have
I sit here and
a
keep going.
little showmanship, chutzpah, if you will.
Say what it say. What it say.
What are y'all doing next? Say. But no, what we're gonna do is, like I said, we're gonna take this Sunday off and just kind of relax and rest a little bit. Because, dude, we've been busting ass. Good God, we've been rehearsing so much. We've been playing a lot of shows, and we've been just working a lot at it lately. So take this Sunday, kick our feet up a little bit, spend time with the families, and then middle of next week we're getting right back at it. We're going to start. We're actually working on a new song.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
A
good.
lot
That's what I
of
like to hear.
the bones of which are already worked out, and we're going to start trying to hang meat on that sucker. And we're also making plans to possibly do another music video. We're still looking at the details on that. I'm not sure. I can't give anybody ETAs on any of these things yet. But these are just
Sure.
kind of what's in the ether right now. What we're working on. So we're looking at a new song, music video. We also still have our Halloween show coming up at the Alley on Main here in Paintsville on Halloween night. So we're going to be probably looking at a couple of covers for some things like that, and blah blah blah. You know how you do on Halloween.
Did I mention some covers? Is that a little hint of having me sing some Misfit songs?
John,
I'm
don't put
sorry.
me on the spot with this, John. Don't you do me like this.
Hey, I wouldn't be me if I wouldn't ask these hard questions.
Fair enough. That's why we like it here on BODS Mayhem Hour, folks, because old John Marshall asks the questions nobody else will ask.
You know what? That's kind of pretty much true.
John will pick it up and he'll say, "Hey man, you been regular lately? Taking plenty of fiber?"
Oh my God. You need to get your hair did, son. Look at it.
Buddy,
It's all over the
look
place.
at all these
Anyway,
dead ends. What are you doing with your life? Say.
yeah. All right, I want to give some hellos to Derek Cochran Beggs, who's out in the chat room. On my side here, we've got Derek says Halloween rules. He all does. Jeremy Justice
Halloween
said
show
just
is something we have always wanted to do until this year, and we literally had to put it together ourselves. And we hollered at the venue, which Justin and Steve are working at, and we were like, "Can we do this thing?" And they were like, "Yeah, it sounds cool." So
Derek.
full on costume party, glow sticks, all that. Bring yourself. Come on, have a good time. It's gonna be trippy. It's gonna be weird.
That'll be awesome. Derek is actually from the House of Haunt. You want to check those guys out. They have some amazing freaking music. So from Canada, check those guys out. Really, really good stuff. And Jeremy Justice said just bought a what is that? A DJI
Ronin RS2 gimbal. Jeremy, I don't know what that is, but it sounds awful damn fancy and like it would shoot some damn good video.
That's exactly right. If you have to put all those keywords, code words in there,
that's a lot of numbers, a lot of letters.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Ronin, that's indicative of like feudal Japan. That's always cool. Yeah, always.
I don't know if I'm really excited that fall's right around the corner. I don't know if I'm angry about it or just what, because I mean, it's just like summer is my time, man. Summer is actually my time. I feel like summer is just like gone already.
John, have you been outside today?
I don't care how hot it is. I love summer.
Have you been outside today?
Yes, I know. I'm a beautiful heavy-set guy. I'm like a beautiful pound of bacon walking around.
You see this cowardly lion man right here, bro?
Oh lordy, yeah.
You know what that does? Heat.
I know.
You know what I'm tired of?
Heat.
Sick of it. I'm in this room with the AC blasted wide open, and I literally did not stop sweating until I walked in here and sat down.
But you know what though, bro? The best part about it is you can do this. Get your hair did like the bod. I need to advertise this. Get your hair did like the Bodfather. What you?
Nope. I'm too deep. Bro. I can't do it. No, sir.
I do like that poster on your wall there. I dig that a lot.
This one? This right here?
Yeah.
That's from this dude that I know that runs a really badass podcast.
Thank you.
He gave me this poster, and he's had me on his podcast. I think this is the second time now, and he's super fucking
Three
awesome
times,
dude.
Actually.
Well, one of them was just a round table discussion. I don't know if
Square table. Square table.
All right.
Yep.
But this dude that I know, he's really fucking cool. He's had me on his podcast a couple times now, 3 times, he says. And his name is John Marshall, the Bodfather. He's bad as hell. Love him.
Thank you, son. Thank you, my child.
What's the rating on here? Are we PG-13? Are we R? What am I doing, John?
We are all over the place. It does not matter. Doesn't matter to me.
Allowed?
I don't care.
All right. I'm gonna smoke cig.
Kids, do not try this at home. But anyway, it's okay. So I'm a big Halloween guy. Love Halloween. Absolutely love it. It's every day's Halloween for me. But I don't know, man. I'm just so sick of some things here lately. I guess it's just because of the pandemic and everything that you see is just so negativity, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just so toxic. It's like you try to get away and you try to stay positive, and it's just like, oh God, you get pulled right back into it. But you know, I want to come to see this show. Actually, I want to do some stuff with you guys with this. We've talked about this before, so we may see something. Who knows? But nevertheless, if I'm part of this or not, get your asses out to this thing, because a lot of people say they love to see things like this, but guess what? They're sitting at home. I know. Keep looking. I know.
That's what they do. They're all like, "Oh, I wish there was something to do around here."
I know.
And then you give them something to do, and where are they?
Let's move on to the next thing here. Anyway,
Yeah, let's not get down that rabbit hole. We'll start hollering, and it'll get bad. No,
Lord,
man, it is like I agree. It is hard to pull away from the negativity sometimes, and then you get like these spots, dude. Like I've been in here lately, and I don't know why, but like I'm generally fairly fairly socially adept. You know, I would consider myself somewhat of a social butterfly. I like to talk to people, like to have friends and stuff, and then sometimes, dude, I feel like my batteries just get drained, and like I withdraw. You know.
yeah, I understand
And
completely.
partly due, I don't know if there's been some planet in Gatorade lately. I need a chick with bangs to tell me what planet's making me sad.
Dude, I'm telling you, you're preaching to the choir. I've said that many times. It just does not stop. Folks, you want
But we're
to
good now,
check
right?
out,
We're
yeah,
turning over a new leaf. We're gonna be all right.
if you want to check out the podcast on Fridays until I can figure out some other things out, you can check it out on my actual Facebook page. Just look up John Dot Marshall. I'm easy to find on Facebook. And also to you want to subscribe to the BODS Mayhem Hour YouTube page. It's right down there on the lower bottom. Come on, folks! If you can watch somebody pick their nose and get 10 million views on it, you can, help me out for a good interview. And subscribe to the page, that's for sure. And you can also follow us and like us on Facebook on BODS Mayhem Hour. And we've got Twitch. You can follow us on Twitch there, and also to the podcast site. You can go to BODS Mayhem Hour podbean.com, and you'll see anything and everything that I've done. And earlier
Good
today, I
God,
interviewed
John, you're all over
George.
the place.
I am Spotify, iHeartRadio. Yeah, dude. The only thing I haven't tried yet was Amazon, and there's another one I was going to look up too. But it's for people to understand. It's a lot of work. I said this a million times. It's a lot of work. It's fun to do it, but God, I mean, behind the scenes work. Like today's my day
Yes, sir.
off, and I've edited an interview, got ready for this. Had to leave twice and go out and come home. The balance. You've got to have the balance. You've got to have the patience. That's all I gotta say. And the love for this, and I absolutely do love it. Like tomorrow, I was supposed to have
Yes,
one
man.
with Jeremy, and I apologize to Jeremy. I got to reschedule because I got to take care of a couple of things. But Mr. Jeremy Justice, we will get this interview in, sir. We will get the interview in.
Oh, you're
So
doing an
that's for
interview with
sure.
Jaron
Yeah, as soon as possible.
with my baby boy JB?
Yep. Let's see.
Oh, I
Who
love him
else
so
we-
much. He's so good.
He's a good little baby. Oh,
Hey,
let's
for real though,
see.
he's a killer engineer. You doing it for like Dark Side Studios?
I don't know how he wants to do it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to just cover anything and everything, producing wise, music wise, everything the boy's done. So it's going
You
to be
better
everything
watch
into
because
one.
he's a journalist too, son. He may end up interviewing you.
It's all right. That's all right.
Be Soviet Russia up in here.
Oh, don't start that crap. Don't start that. Okay. Man, we've had a lot of insane passings in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's floored me. Honestly, it's absolutely floored me. And then to hear today of actually how Howie, however you pronounce it, what his actual death was ruled. I just, ew. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I don't want
I
to,
haven't. Let me
say
look it up.
anything.
Let me look it
Yeah, I
up.
don't want to say anything, get people pissed and all that shit. But it is actually pretty sad, man. We lost Jeff LaBar, and then we lost Mike Howie, then we lost Joey Jordison of Slipknot. I mean, but Joey had a form of, I guess, ALS with him. And then we had Dusty Hill of ZZ Top, who passed away this week. So it's just
It's rough,
insane.
man. And a lot of
What?
young guys.
Yeah, Yeah, Joey was
crazy. Like, these
46.
guys are not old. I mean, well, Mike Howie even's 55. That's not
Dusty
old.
Hill was 72.
That's not even that old nowadays.
I don't even know what actually
It's sad,
happened. I
man.
just
It's
saw that he
crazy to see
passed.
that.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like the old guard is is um is kind of slipping through our fingers right now.
That's why I try to say, if you can get out and check out a band you like, go check them out. Go check them out. I can't stress that enough.
I still haven't seen Ozzy, and I'm hoping that I get to see him before he passes.
Look,
I'm like waiting with bated breath for another Ozzy tour to be announced, if it ever happens.
Jeremy can vouch on this for me. Joshy Crumb, who looked like oh my God, his picture that he put up with him. Have you saw his picture that he looks like a disgruntled pizza delivery boy in his little? Oh, you got to check it out. You've got to check it out. But anyway, love Crumb to death. Anyway, it's funny.
Let me get rid of some of these.
Okay.
Get rid of some of these tabs I got open here because I'm lagging, man. It's aggravating me to death.
That's all right. And again, thanks to everybody who's out there in the chat room or in our little chat room listening. And I appreciate it. Trust me, I appreciate it. So, yeah. hopefully on Fridays this is exactly what I'm going to be doing. Plus, I'm going to have some more guests on here. Like I said, I interviewed George Lynch this morning. That's for an actual podcast one day. And I'm going to try to do some live ones here as well. It just depends on how I can get them and their schedule and getting this going because you have to work around their schedules. But anyway, back to Crummy Boy. I think he's seen Ozzy like 24, 25 times.
Good God. I'm jealous.
Yes. When he told me that, I was like, huh? It's for real? So.
I'm a scrub, dude. I haven't seen him once. What am I doing with my life, John?
Hey, dude, it happens. Trust me, it happens. See that.
So, anyways, like, what's going on, dude? Is there something in the water? Why are these guys passing like this?
I don't know. That's what I've been wanting to know too.
So you said what did you say was the cause of Mike Howie's death, or did you not want to get into that?
Yeah, I don't want to get into that. It's posted all over the place, but I was hoping it wasn't something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I've seen him or read stuff about him, and when I got to interview him, man, it's like how, you know what I'm saying? It's like you never expected that. So I don't know, man. Just
Joey's
insane.
Such a sad story too, man. But
46 years old. 46 years old, man.
Yeah, and like you see people speculating on it, and then people being just wildly disrespectful in comment sections about him, and like I don't know. I was on the post the other day. Slipknot blacked out their profile picture for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was in the comment section reading on there, and there were people in there arguing about who was a better drummer. Like,
see, that's stupid. That's so stupid.
What is wrong with these people, man?
Who's a better drummer? Wow.
Like, is that not just crazy? The man dies, and the very same day you're in a Facebook comment section. Like, have some humanity, bro.
Who is the better drummer? Oh my God.
These are human beings. That's the main thing that I think people forget is that musicians are human beings. They're not they're not monkeys there to dance for people, and they're not commodities. They're people with lives and families, and it's just crazy to me.
Well, once you have that persona,
right there I almost posted about it because it really seriously fired me up. I was like, "Are you for real?"
It's hard. It's really heartbreaking, man, because Joey was, I thought he was a phenomenal drummer as far as
legend. An absolute legend.
Yeah, exactly. And for somebody to go in there in a chat room and start that up is a complete idiot. I'll just say it, not a complete idiot, complete moron.
Yeah.
You obviously have missed, um, you know, I'm just, don't get me started
The
on that
point
crap. 'Cause,
entirely, dude, it's just
yeah,
crazy to me. I don't know. And then Dusty Hill, like, dude, I love ZZ Top. I grew up on ZZ Top. You know, my dad turned me on to them when I was a kid. It was part of my, rock and roll upbringing. And like, dude, to this day, every payday, as soon as I see that paycheck hit my bank account, I'm putting on "Just Got Paid" by ZZ Top, and I'm bumping that bad boy. You know, it just
how
it,
much of a how much of an impact do you think this makes on the rock and metal world? Actually,
I think it's difficult to parse that or to say, because like on the one hand, it's four legends, but they're also from very different hemispheres of the rock and roll world.
that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
Very true.
And
Yeah,
so they kind of have their own isolated communities that are going to be mourning them their own way. Like I know who Metal Church is. I know who Cinderella is. I know who Slipknot is. I know who ZZ Top is. That doesn't necessarily mean that everybody in all of those communities do, and it's difficult to say. Perhaps it will make some people be like, "Oh man, we better go appreciate these guys while they're still around."
yeah.
You know, right?
So
That's what you would like to see.
yeah, for sure. Jeremy Justice says I got to see Static X at Ozfest before Wayne passed. I actually met up with Crumb at that show. I never got to
Okay.
meet Wayne, but I interviewed Wayne, and it's just a humble guy. Matthew Tackett wants to know what happened to him. To who, Matt? Was it to Joey Jordison? Joey passed away due to some type of form of ALS, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
it's a. I know it's a neurological disease of some kind. I want to say it was
Yeah,
like transitive acute myelitis
yeah,
or something of that. I don't know. I feel weird even talking about it, man, because like I know that's like a big thing in the rock and roll world, and I'm nobody, So like people have comments on everything, and for me, it's like, do I even really have a space to talk about stuff like that? But it is sad, and like it puts me in mind of one of the reasons Mick Mars has whatever
yeah.
that disease is that he's been dealing with for a long time. Like I've always had a huge respect for Mick Mars because of the fact that he continues to play or did for so long, fighting what he was fighting. And I know that Joe Jordison switched over to guitar right after he could no longer use his legs, could no longer
Um,
play drums.
I think I don't,
If
I
I'm
don't, I don't know
if I'm
really.
not
I just knew.
mistaken,
Yeah,
I could be wrong. I could be
it's
wrong, but I feel like I read that somewhere, and that he kept pursuing music and he kept performing even though he was not capable of
yeah,
doing what he once did, and
yeah.
that's
He did.
admirable, man. That's inspiring.
He had Scar the Martyr, and then
Yeah,
the lead singer got sick, and then that kind of scratched that one. Then they did Vimic, which Vimic was awesome. If anybody's not heard of Vimic, VIMIC, get out and check that out because that stuff was brutal. I mean, it was heavy. And Joey got the helm on the drums, and dude, I'm just telling you, wow, really good. Um, it's. I know this passing is a part of life, but seeing people that you kind of grew up with, and not kind of grew up with, but grew up as listening to music, things like that, it's kind of a man. It knocks you back in a way, you know, knocks
dude,
you back a lot.
I can remember being as young as like 7, 8 years old, sitting in a car with my headphones in, blasting Slipknot. So I mean, and I'm a musician now, so I don't play drums, but I was listening to that, and that was a formative part of my childhood, the Slipknot, and then Z Top also. And I actually didn't get turned on to Metal Church until I was probably 20, 21, something like that. I heard some of their
Mm,
stuff. And then Cinderella, I mean,
yeah,
hey, it's fitting.
yeah.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Nobody's fool. There we go. We can do that. And it's amazing that Tom Kiefer's still going on, and
Yeah.
with his stint with his losing his vocal cords, he had to have surgery for vocal cords. you know.
Here's
So
the crazy thing, man, is like being as these are the guys who are still headlining all of the major rock festivals, right? And we
mhm,
don't have the rock industry basically because there's this idea among the fans that if it's not old, it's not good. Basically, people who
right,
listen to rock music a lot of the time they're like, "Oh, that's all this new stuff's crap," you know. And so you've had the same guys headlining rock festivals. Like it's been a time capsule for basically the last 20 years at the least,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
so then you start seeing these guys passing, and it's like, what is gonna
yeah.
become of rock and roll once these dudes are gone? And they're getting old,
It,
and they're getting
yeah.
up there. Are people going to start? Then will they start embracing new artists, or is it going to be like, like people still consider Bring Me the Horizon an up and coming rock band?
They're not. That's the
No, they've
thing.
been around for 15 years.
Yeah, yeah.
They're huge. They're not up and comers. They're well established, and they're still not getting headlining slots at rock festivals, even though they're like a massively relevant band that's
it,
doing
it
huge numbers all the time.
it's exactly what you said, man. You know, you have to be an older band to get on these headlining things, and I understand that, but I don't want to see. And I like Five Finger Death Punch. Some, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to see them on every single festival headline. You
Yeah.
know,
Well,
share some
see for
well.
them, dude. When did their first album come out?
God, I don't
I
know,
feel like I was listening
2000
to it
something.
2000, was it 2006, 7 maybe, something like that.
It's 2000 something, and another band that can easily headline a festival and could probably knock it out really good. At least if you have a 3 day event, 4 day event. Seven Dust. I mean, come on,
That's the
simple right
point though.
there.
I'm saying though, dude, these are still considered like the big names in rock music, and they're old bands at this point. Like if you were to apply that same standard to pop music, if you were to say the biggest, most relevant pop artists right now were people who started 15 years ago, you'd be talking about like Nelly Furtado. You know what I mean? Or like
Oh wow,
you'd still be talking about NSYNC. You'd still be talking about, you know, think about
yeah.
it by that metric. You know what I mean?
That's
And I'm
right,
not
Matt
saying that it's
Tackett.
good to change out your Vanguard like a new pair of underwear every 2 weeks, like some genres do. But like, boys, we're gonna have to start being a little more open minded about things, or
Yeah,
everybody's gonna go. Everybody's gonna pass.
that's right, Matthew Tackett.
It's
Matt
sad.
Tackett. Stand alone for life. I miss my old band. Well, back in the day, that's what it was. It was pretty cool stuff. And Jeremy Justice, yes, Joey did play guitar in Murder Dolls. He sure did.
That's what I
Um,
thought. I knew he went on to play guitar somewhere.
Murder Dolls was a damn good band. At least I thought. I liked what they did. You know, that's horror stuff. It's right up my alley. So, you know, thought it was really really good.
I haven't listened to much of it.
They things
And you know
have
what the messed
changed.
up part is, though, John? When I'm talking about what I was just talking about, I'm preaching to myself as well, because I'm just as guilty of it as anybody.
We all are, man.
I got my big favorites that I listen to that have been around for 15, 20 years, and then I've been trying to branch out and listen to some newer stuff though. Like there's one that I've been getting into. Have you heard of Dirty Honey?
Yes, they're good.
They are killer, bro.
Hmm.
Killer. They do a
And
killer cover of Last Child by Aerosmith. That's just amazing. And
I'll tell
then
you
their
another
original
band.
stuff's fire too.
There's another band I used to listen to was called the Killers. I love their very first album. So
Oh, they're old at this point though, bro.
yeah, that's true, but still,
But then some of
that's
their newer
music.
stuff, like The Man, I jam that all the time.
Hmm.
They
There's a
got a real
lot of
funky like disco vibe going on now. It's real
there's a
cool.
lot of good flavors of music that's out there. You just got to go dig through a lot to find it. Unfortunately,
And then it's
because it's
also, it's easy to look back and people can see a lot of new stuff and think that it's kind of generic. And it's easy to look back with rose colored glasses at the, 70s and 80s and the
oh,
90s even, and think that just every band in the genre was amazing then. But dude, for every, Alice in Chains and every like Boston and every like Led Zeppelin that you had, there were 100 generic rock bands that nobody cared about in that time period too, I'm sure. So you still got to dig around, for the good
Yeah.
stuff.
It's like when you said rose-colored glasses, I instantly thought of John Conley. Rose-colored glasses. Yeah.
The old cliches, brother.
Yeah, the old guy, John Conley. So I'm,
But I
I'm
don't know.
anxious to see. I'm anxious to see what else comes down the pipe. There's some really good bands that are out there. Like I just interviewed a band called Love the Hate. So Leon, who loves the song "Sweet Home Alabama," um, he that band's great. Uh, and I cannot say this band's name, but they're kind of black metal, but I don't care. It's good. It doesn't sound like it, but it is. It's what they're
Mm.
labeled as. Is Onstrig, Angstrig. They're from like I don't know Norway or Sweden or somewhere like that, but they're good, really
I feel
good.
like I feel like crap because I can't remember the name of them. But I want to say it was Count something or something that started with a C that you were letting me listen to the first time I came up there. Some guys that you had just interviewed. Kind of sounded like Tool, but kind of different. A little bit
Oh
grungy, a little bit heavier.
God.
What was the name of that band?
Now you're putting me on the spot because that's a lot of old stuff, man. Well, not old stuff that was it 10? That wasn't 10 side. Wasn't body count.
Hey, let's talk about some of the bands that I've been playing shows with here lately.
Sure, let's go that route.
There is a couple of killer bands up there in Canton that we played with at Buzzbin.
Hmm.
Shout out, that's a super rad venue. If you've never been there and seen a show, you should go. Buzzbin in Canton, Ohio. It's the Buzzbin Music and Art Shop, and it is a bar, music venue, arcade, and vinyl shop in one building.
Oh, nice.
And it is super cool. The vibe is super cool. The people are super cool, and they've got some rad bands up there like Divorce Horse. I don't even know what I would classify them as, man. They're kind of progressive. They kind of got like a little bit of like a post-hardcore vibe to what they do, and they're just super cool. And their lead singer and guitarist Andy Boers blew me away when I saw them live because he was tapping, right, and singing at the same time and killing them both.
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
do at the
it was
same
nuts.
time.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it was nuts.
Uh,
And another band we played with up there called Slap Fiasco, really, really good, straight up dirty old rock and roll. And then the fellow that opened the show, his name is Adam Lax, and he plays like fingers. You know, you ever heard of like Andy McKee and God, why do the names escape me? When you're live, it's like your brain just goes and
I
forgets
told you.
everything.
Now you see what I go through sometimes, man. It's like, hey, oh God, forgot it.
Yeah. But like Andy McKee, like Candy Rat Records type stuff, like that real percussive style, like John Gom, like Antoine Dufour,
Yeah,
like percussive finger style stuff. You ever seen that stuff? You know what I'm talking about?
think so.
Where they're
Yeah.
basically like they do a lot of like harp harmonics, and they're using the body of an acoustic guitar like a drum while they're playing it, and they're doing a lot of
Yeah,
tapping
gotcha,
and
gotcha.
just crazy shit. And your boy was up there killing it
That's
to open the
awesome.
show, and it was awesome to see, man. Really cool. But
That's awesome.
they were rad. We played with a band called Hood Billies up there in Columbus at Liquid Gandhi Productions. They were rad. Under Substance was a band full of really young dudes that we played with at Scully's Music Diner, and their lead singer and drummer is a guy named Weston Terry, and he's young, dude, like 20, 21, and he's killer, and he can
Wow.
just absolutely shred a guitar to pieces. Maybe like an idiot on a guitar,
Wow.
and I am scared to see what those guys are going to do as they get a little older and get a little more experience under them.
Emily Meals have joined the the podcast here, so thanks for checking it out, Emily. How you doing? And also everybody who's out there listening and watching and checking it out. I thank you so much. So, like I
So
said,
I went on that long diatribe, John. I know that I just kind of monologued for a minute, but I did it with the purpose of illustrating a point. Okay,
okay,
and it's that what we were talking about, people needing to open their minds up a little bit as far as rock music listeners go. Um, they may not be topping the charts all the time. They may not be, you know, the biggest things coming and going. But if you will put your ear to the ground and check out the underground of rock music right now, there is still killer shit happening everywhere you go. You need
Oh,
to go to
sure.
local shows and check it out and get involved because tomorrow's legends are being formed now. And there are a lot of young
Yeah.
dudes coming up in it that are just phenomenal musicians. And things are going well. I think
So
rock music is on the comeback.
we've got Ghost Pilot here. That's a good band. We've got you guys, and there's no one that's totally slipping my mind right now. Maybe not. But anyway, it's just like you said, man. There's great local bands all over the place, and it's just so hard to even get out to do anything because it's like finding a needle in a haystack, you know.
Yeah.
And to even get yourself out there. But here's the thing, though, folks, with social media and live streaming now, it's a simple way to do it. So simple way now to do it. Especially with the pandemic and everything going on. I mean, to do live streams like you guys did, it's very, very, very easy now. Because I feel like it's an even playing field, if that makes sense now.
It is. The internet, and this is a term that I listen to a lot of podcasts myself, a lot of rock music centric podcasts, like for instance, Finn McKenty's Punk Rock MBA. I learned a lot from that one. And one of the terms that they use is that the internet has been a very democratizing force for music. And that's true. Like, used to, you had all these gatekeepers at the top. And if you weren't on a major label, you could just kind of go heck yourself. You know what I'm saying? But now it's everybody can release their music. It costs us $36 a year to put our music out there on all the major platforms. DistroKid is super cheap. Anybody can do it. Invest a little money into getting some good recordings. Spend $36 to throw them up on Spotify and everywhere else. Make yourself a social media presence and just hammer on it.
Yeah.
It's like it's easier than ever, but it's also harder than ever. Because before, the idea was get yourself some good recordings, find or just just write the music and go play shows until you were blue in the face and hope that somebody saw you that was connected to some sort of label or something that could help you distribute your music. But now you have to do all that legwork yourself. So
yeah,
you're doing the advertising, you're doing the promotion, you're doing the booking, you're doing the production. I mean, you're paying for the cost of producing an album yourself. It's a double-edged sword in some ways, but I think ultimately it's to the benefit of the genre.
It kind of puts you as the promoter, everything now, you know.
Well, that's like that meme I shared a while back. You're now a graphic designer, videographer, production engineer, advertiser, social media influencer, and a musician. And somewhere in between all that, you got to find time to pick your instrument up.
But still, you still got to do the old school way though. You still got to get out and hound it in like. I don't know. I still see people putting up flyers and stuff like that, but it's.
We did. We went to Columbus the first time we went and tried to pass out flyers up there in Columbus, which that's kind of a funny story, dude. We went on kind of a bad night. It was we had our show on a Sunday up there at Scully's, and it was Saturday night we went up there, and it was an EDM act playing down there at Scully's, and so there were all these college kids, and here's us like 30-year-old dudes with long hair. Like greasy old long-haired dudes from Kentucky with hillbilly accents walking around on High Street in Columbus trying to hand flyers out to college kids in polos and like chubby shorts. And they just were having none of it, bro. They were having none of it. They didn't give a shit about what we were doing.
That's crazy.
I think a few people took flyers just out of pity for us.
Oh, but it's like you said though, there was good turnout.
Yeah, that's a cool scene up there. Ohio gives a shit about rock music. I'll tell you that right now. They enjoy it. They like it.
Everybody around everywhere else does except for here. I mean, there are just a very few people that does. And we are and I hate to say this because I don't want to be like, oh, he's just saying this because he's just running his mouth. But I'm just telling it like it is. This is a country Christian location in bluegrass. Mm-hmm. That is it.
But won't you take a distortion off that guitar and say, well, you done all that What you got them effects on there for, buddy? Well, y'all gonna play so loud and fast for?
Why we gonna be that Jimi Hendrix or something or that? What you trying to do that
I'm
for?
going ahead and tell you, son. You're just gonna have to hang it up. You ain't got one song about trucks, one song about beer, one song about dirt roads, pretty girls. God, what are you done?
Deer
Wasting
hunting.
our time and yours. Get out of here with that.
Yeah. Oh God.
And then you got we
Oh,
got some
God.
folks around here that do support what we're doing, so that's always good. I
try.
like mouth. I like to say stupid shit, try to get people laughing.
But you're right though. I mean, it's the God's honest truth. Everything you said is the God's honest truth. It's like you try to go play at a bar and it's like, well, what do you play? Play some heavy metal. Ah, bud.
they go, buddy.
Yeah, that's what they do, bud. Oh man, it's like okay, see you later. That's just it.
Yeah, they're like, what do y'all play? And you're like original music, and they go,
can you play some Keith Whitley or some?
Don't you know no Merle Haggard, bud?
Toby Keith, bud.
Y'all play Marshall Tucker Band?
Oh, Marshall Tucker Band. Oh God.
I like rock and roll. Can y'all play Marshall Tucker Band?
Can you at least play Freebird? Go play Freebird. I have no problem with that. I like Leonard Skinner. I have no problem with it, but there's more songs than Freebird.
We were talking about this yesterday, weren't we, John?
Yes, we were.
Here's the rundown of better Leonard Skinner songs than Tuesday's Gone, Freebird, or Sweet Home Alabama. And the better ones are Give Me Back My Bullets. That's a straight up banger. Saturday Night Special, banger. I Need You, banger. I mean, and then you want to get, everybody's like, Southern Rock, Leonard Skinner. Well, what about Blackfoot?
There you go.
What about the Outlaws?
There's a lot of great stuff.
Diversify your taste is what I'm telling you right now. I'm feeling saucy today, John. I'm gonna drop some hot takes up in here.
Uh-oh.
You ready for it?
Uh-oh. He's not been using his Vidal Sassoon here lately. He's all over it. And he's lagging on me. Or he's gone. Where you at? Well, oh Lord, we lost him. He got so sassy, we lost him. Yeah, I got you. I hear you, but I got you, but I don't. There you go.
Am I live?
You got so sassy, buddy. Hey, I said you got so sassy that it just cut out. It just couldn't handle it no more.
Shut me down, bud. I got zucked.
Oh God.
Momentarily. I was in Facebook jail for 46 seconds.
Oh no. Oh God.
I'm out now. I got teardrop tattoo to lay it down.
Oh God. Lord.
You know what? You know who I love? Ricky Medlock. That's who I love.
Who?
Ricky Medlock from Blackfoot, dude.
Oh, okay.
Singer and guitarist from Blackfoot. You know what I'm talking about? Left Turn on a Red Light, Wishing Well, Highway Song, Train.
Train, choo choo. Come on, ride that train.
Train.
Oh,
Won't
Lord.
you take me on out of this town? You know what I'm talking about?
Welling's in for it now, son. He's already picked up and gone.
I'll run off with it.
We are just about done for this evening. That hour went by very quick.
What have we been talking about?
Lots of stuff.
Well, who's in here? Anybody in here hanging out with us?
Let's see. We've got two people that are in here. I would say that's probably me and you. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who's out there listening and who comes back and watches the replay of this. I tremendously appreciate it. Hopefully every Friday night I will be back on here, having some interviews, things like that. You know, this is like I said before, this is my passion. This is what I like to do. I love all this stuff. So I want to thank each and every single person again who checked this out this evening, and every Friday we'll be doing this again. And as always, you know, Waylon and the guys have support from me all the time. So, and you want to get out, check out the Technicolor Nightmare. They're easy to find on Facebook. And
October 31st.
Halloween night.
Paintsville, Kentucky. Here at home, so nobody has to drive. We'll be here at the alley on Main. I'm going to say this slowly because people keep tagging me. in this post that the Alley's got up right now looking for opening acts. They keep tagging me in it, like, oh, y'all are trying to open for somebody down there. It's like, well, boys, we've got a headlining show down there with our friends, the Tangled Roots, who are also rad, super groovy, like dance music. They're cool. And yeah, it's going to be fun, John. And people can come out to that, and I don't know why they're not aware of it, but now they got no excuse because I'm throwing it out there on this right here.
And we're going to talk about a couple more things before we end it. And you know what, too, guys? You definitely want to come out this because you never know who's going to show up on stage with the Technicolor Nightmare. Might do some, might have a little Misfits throwback deal. The guy could come on there. He could be called Fat Fits, whatever. No, Bod Fits. Anyway, now go sit your butts down, everybody. The sermons in whatever. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I am going to talk about this a little bit though. This is coming up September 23rd through the 26th. Louder Than Life. For right now, this is still happening. But how crazy this pandemic is and how this new variant that's out, who knows, folks. But
dude, do you think anybody's going to pay attention at this point?
I mean, they may shut everything back down again. And they were talking about that. I mean,
I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do lockdown again.
The thing that makes me so upset is like all these. Well, I can't because it may affect something my work. I ain't gonna say that right now. So anyway, it does upset me with some things that the essential crap. I'll say that. But anyway, I'll take Waylon gets my feels on this. Louder Than Life is September 23rd through the 26th. You want to get out and pick up your tickets to this. They still have tickets remaining. Korn's going to be there, Stain, Cypress Hill. That's on Friday. No, it's Thursday. So it's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I hopefully am going to be there to catch Metallica, Jane's Addiction, Rise Against. I mean, my God, folks. This is a hell of a lineup that's here these 4 days. Hopefully I get to cover this and get some interviews to bring to you guys, but I just don't know how they are going to do these interviews and set them up because...
Dude, that's such a fucking ridiculously awesome lineup.
Yeah.
That's so crazy good.
Yeah, and like me and you've talked before, people complain about anything and everything. People always complain about some of the bands on here. Well, if you don't like it, folks, don't go to it. It's just that plain and simple. Or go to it when that band plays.
You're not going to see every band there anyway.
That's exactly right.
Prioritize the ones you want to see and don't worry about the rest of it.
That's exactly right.
Well, they complain about Machine Gun Kelly, probably the most relevant name on that poster in the current cultural zeitgeist. Is that who they're complaining about?
I've heard so many complaints about like some of these bands that shouldn't be on it and all that stuff. I'm like, well, hey, if they're good enough to catch the eye of the promoter and people like that to push them on there, then they're good enough to be there in my book. Regardless if they win a battle of the bands or not, they're good enough to be there. Plain and simple.
What is good enough to be there? What is that?
Yeah, that's really a good question. I don't know why I just said it that way. I guess if they just have the it factor,
Well, I can tell you, just from looking at that myself, everybody in any one of those headlining slots or even the second row on every day of that festival has the it factor.
Oh, sure.
They wouldn't be there. That's all there is to that. Like, what are they hating on? Who's hating on this?
Just when you go to
they got Jairus Johnson on Thursday, bro. They got Spirit Box. They got Machine Gun Kelly, Asking Alexandria, Code Orange. They're fantastic.
Yeah, Red is another good band.
The problem is that these bands are more relevant than a lot of the ones in the top slots, and they're in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Slaps.
Wolfgang Van Halen's going to be there. What was it?
Mammoth WVH.
Yeah. Fozzie's going to be there. Red Fang.
Slaps. Knocked Loose. Slaps. That's a fucking crazy good lineup.
From Ashes to New is going to be there. And you know what the funny part is? And I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything like this. I would say 35 to 40%, maybe 50%. I've interviewed for BODS Mayhem, our podcast.
That's pretty crazy.
It is. It's very, very crazy. Very
ain't
crazy.
bragging if you back it up, brother. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Oh God! Now somebody's gonna clip out and be all over the place and like little thing. Let's stop doing that. Just stop it. Anyway, let's move on.
My heart.
All right.
I
So
hope
this
somebody
is.
does clip it. I hope we do some sound bites, some clips floating around.
Yeah, I'm putting the brand with the face, man. Or putting the face with the
Yeah, there
brand.
we
Putting
go.
the face with the band. So anyway, here's another thing that I'm doing, and this is insane. That I haven't got more subs on this or anything, but this is. Me and Waylon has talked about this. Me and Crum has talked about this. This is huge for Eastern Kentucky. This is I'm giving away. Oh my God! Let me just break it down to you guys. BODS Mayhem, our podcast, has teamed up once again with the Appalachian Wireless Arena to give away 2 tickets to see 2 of rock's iconic musicians in one night. 2 in one night, folks. Alice Cooper and Ace Frehley. You know, Ace Frehley is from the Kiss. That's on Tuesday, October the 5th. Folks, and all you gotta do is like, and it's very simple to be entered to win these tickets. Like and subscribe. You know, the BODS Mayhem our YouTube page, like the BODS Mayhem our Facebook page, and share the post. That simple. It's that simple, folks.
Which you should honestly be doing anyway. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. I don't get it.
Support your boy out there, dog.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do.
Let's build us a rock and roll scene, Eastern Kentucky. Why don't we?
Yeah, yeah. We need to.
There's plenty of us. There's plenty of us. People all the time. They're like, I don't care for country. I like rock music. Well, why don't we all get together and have time?
I remember back in high school, there was a place in Prestonsburg called Board or Line, and it's not the old, junk place in West Virginia where you go and get drunk and all that crap. But anyway, this place was for kids to come out and watch bands, local bands, stuff like that, and it was amazing. I was there when I first opened and started getting into music and stuff, and found out about it. I was there every single show that they had, every single one of them. My bros played in the Still Cartoon. Then there's a group called 400 Square Feet. Oh my God, James Sexton, those guys fucking killed it.
Here's the thing too, John. To think is, have you looked into the alley on Main very much, man?
Not here lately. No, I've not.
That's a good industry standard, like mid-sized venue, and I know they're open possibility. Give me now.
Talk.
How about now?
It's popping and cracking and echoing, kind of.
Popping and cracking. Is it still doing it?
Yeah.
Diddly-diddly-diddly-diddly-diddly-diddly-do.
Still doing it.
Damn it. Hey, John. Smoky another at a time.
Oh God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I cannot believe you did that because, oh God. Smoke you another one. Lord of mercy. That is another thing I want to check out is Alley on Main, and I wouldn't mind having one of those guys on the podcast to talk about Alley on Main for sure. You know, that's.
I'll tell you what, I'll draw line.
Do what?
Because they're definitely open to the possibility of doing some rock act stuff down there, man. And they booked us, So they're open to the possibility of it. And beyond that, even though what they're doing is Americana and singer-songwriter focused right now, that's a pretty fresh list of names they've got coming down there. They're not just booking, country standards. You know what I mean? They're booking some new exciting acts down there, and that's something that's going to be really good for our region, I think.
Yeah.
So we should all get together and have fun.
Yeah, we need to get together with them and say, hey, man, can we get some of these bands in here possibly? I guarantee we can. Once everything does kick back open. So anyway, folks, I want to thank each and every single one of you guys and gals out there again for listening and watching the first podcast live, and the ones who come back and watch the replay of all this stuff. So I appreciate it. Again, hopefully every Friday. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go.
Okay.
No, you're fine. Hopefully every Friday we're going to have a live podcast on here, interview, things like that. So we shall see, and hopefully everybody digs this what I'm doing. So, all right, brother, man.
And one thing I want to mention is if you're a fan of the Technicolor Air, which I hate using the word fan, if you're one of our friends that happens to like our music, we are working on some new stuff. So we're going to have some new material for you guys soon. Some new stuff to enjoy. Like I said, the Halloween show coming up, so come out and support that. And just be our friend. We just like having friends.
Thank you for being a friend. That's the main thing about it is, man, support people, and that's all it is. I don't see how hard this is to click a subscribe button or like button or share button or anything. It's just that simple. That simple. But anyway, thank you guys and gals.
People have to understand how much helps us people. Just share on it, man. Just do it for us.
That's it. That's it.
Anything you can imagine. You don't need money. It's totally free. Just hit share on it, like it. Maybe just comment and say poo poo pee pee. And even that.
All right, folks. I have some more interviews coming up here. Just keep watching, and thanks again, and thank you, as always, for being on the show and supporting and everything that you do for me with BODS Mayhem. I tremendously appreciate it.
I love you, John.
Love you too, brother. See y'all, folks, next Friday. Do what? Thanks.